What's going on, YouTube? Ferocity here. Hope you guys are doing well. There is something wrong with matchmaking in Black Ops 6 and Warzone. I've seen numerous posts about it over on Reddit and on Twitter. I saw Exclusive Ace made a video about this about a week ago, and frankly, it feels like the overall sentiment towards matchmaking currently is pretty negative. And I want to talk about it. Because normally whenever we talk about matchmaking in Call of Duty, skill-based matchmaking gets brought up. Engagement-optimized matchmaking gets brought up. And they've become these buzzword scapegoats for bigger issues with the entire matchmaking process for Call of Duty. Yes, there is something wrong with the skill-based matchmaking algorithm at the moment. But it goes beyond that. Because for me, the thing I've been noticing whenever I've tried to play Black Ops 6 ever since Season 3 Reloaded launched is that time to match is longer, the quality of the matches I'm in is far worse, and lastly, the team balancing is abhorrent. All of these things create a worse experience. And here's one thing I want to mention. Because back when Season 3 originally launched, it didn't feel this way. It felt like the player experience overall was pretty good. It wasn't taking very long to find a match. I found the overall quality of the connections to be pretty standard, pretty stable. Yeah, you'd have a few hit or miss moments, but overall it was fine. And lastly, the team balancing, while at times frustrating, for the most part it was pretty par for the course for Call of Duty. But that all changed with Season 3 Reloaded. I tried to play some of that new map Haven, and it took me eons to find a match. And the problem with waiting so long to find a match is that the ping is immediately going to be bad. But not only that, you're less inclined to back out, so you're going to play bad maps you normally don't want to play on bad connection, which makes the overall experience really bad and makes me not want to play. For a game that's trying to drive engagement, this is something that cannot happen. If you're trying to get me to feel like I need to keep playing because it's an engaging experience, this should not be the case with your matchmaking. However, that's what people are experiencing. Heck, I'm still experiencing it. Like, I'm not joking. I'll find a game faster playing X-Defiant than I will on Call of Duty at the moment just searching Team Deathmatch. That's crazy. Something is awry here. But okay, once you finally connected to a match, with the increased ping, of course, the quality of the matchmaking is going to go down. Right? You're going to have a less stable match. Packet burst is going to return. But even in the matches where I'm getting 30, 40, 50 ping, packet burst is back. It wasn't there at the start of Season 3, but it's back now. And not only that, it feels like the overall connection is just awful. Bullets not registering, people just teleporting around corners, and trust me, it's not my internet. It's fine on every other game I play. Just seems to be a Call of Duty problem. And this creates an experience where I sit there and I say, okay, no, I didn't have fun. I don't want to play this game again. Why does anybody even try? That's how it feels. What a disengaging experience. And then, of course, we have team balancing. Let's say all the stars align. You get into a match nice and quick. It's on a good map. And the overall quality of the matchmaking is pretty good. Well, the team balancing is there to slap you in the face. Because for a lot of players, they are experiencing longer than normal losing streaks, which is going to happen, but also far more imbalanced teams. So even if you're a solo player like myself, oftentimes you'll find yourself right around that 50-50 win-loss. In some games where, yeah, you're going to blow the other team out or you'll get blown out, it happens. But consistently, it shouldn't be at the either end of the spectrum, especially with skill-based matchmaking. That's the whole goal. That's the whole point. Heck, even a game that got praised for having no skill-based matchmaking was X-Defiant, but at least X-Defiant had good team balancing. I'm not experiencing that on Black Ops 6 right now. The team balancing isn't really even there. And this is causing more and more people to back out of games, which causes games to lengthen in time, especially if you're getting pumped. Nobody wants to sit there in a 6v2. It's just unfun. So again, I return back to this idea of creating an engaging experience. They're not doing that. Whatever they're doing with their matchmaking right now, and everyone claims they're doing some sort of algorithm test, it's not working. And if this is them coming out and saying, see, people want skill-based matchmaking, they're more engaged, that's a lie. It is, trust me. Because what they're doing right now is manipulating the results to their favor to prove that skill-based matchmaking is necessary. Because let's look at this objectively. If they were actually making the parameters for the skills you encounter wider, wouldn't you be finding matches quicker? Wouldn't you be getting higher quality matches? Because now you have a bigger pool of players to match with, which means you're more likely, to match with people closer to your geographic region, which means your ping is going to be overall higher. So why is the exact opposite occurring? Longer time to match, higher pings, and overall worse team balancing, all creating a worse experience. So don't turn around and tell me people want skill-based matchmaking. No, what people want is quicker match times, higher quality matches, and good team balancing. And you can accomplish all three of those with not having skill-based matchmaking. But the goal is to constantly grind engagement, and personally, they're not doing it. So whatever it is that's causing this decline in overall matchmaking quality, it needs to stop. And I don't want it to be scapegoated as some algorithm test to widen the parameters for skill-based matchmaking, because that's not what this is. And it's very easy to see that's not what this is. So I really hope they get to the bottom of it and they fix it, because as it stands right now, Season 3 Reloaded has been pretty garbage. Like, the content we've received has been terrible. Let's just call a spade a spade. I think Blazetown is one of the least enjoyable maps that I think anyone's ever played. Haven is so gosh darn boring to look at and play on. I think that was definitely created by AI. And lastly, the two events we had were, terrible as well. Just like every other event that's been in Call of Duty so far. When are they going to learn? But I guess they're not, because they continue to make money hand over fist. It's a problem. And what I really was hoping was that they were going to learn from the triumphs of Season 3 and try to continue that moving forward. But I don't think they cared. I think they did exactly what they wanted to do with Season 3, which was to bait and switch everybody. Give people a seasonal update that actually had some good content, but above that, center that content around a good gameplay experience, and then just completely pull the wool over everyone's eyes and once again feed them AI generic slop with terrible matchmaking. That's what we have now, just garbage matchmaking. But overall, the entire gameplay experience has gotten worse with Season 3 Reloaded. I don't know what else to say. This is a franchise that's making billions of dollars, that is planning on just releasing a lazy, god-awful decision with Black Ops 7, which is just going to be Black Ops 6.5. Oh, man. It's like we continue to repeat the same mistakes because we're so scared of going outside the comfort zone that we just play it so obscenely safe. And I'll probably talk about that again in another video, because everything in the Warzone era has been so extremely safe. And it's really put Call of Duty back. I'm hoping that GTA 6, the new Battlefield, really put Call of Duty in their place, and that finally we can get a game that actually tries to innovate, tries to be different, but we'll have to wait and see. Anyways, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this down below in the comments section. Are you also experiencing issues with your overall matchmaking experience? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know with a comment down below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more videos from me, please hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.